Quite interesting to note that it's going to be like a physical verification.
Absolutely, done at polling unit levels. And human beings will come out, not spirits.
That's interesting. Yeah, my thought is, we've never had a history where those who submitted names alleging, wanting a recall, have been prosecuted after discovering that names, signatures were forged. Do we have that system? Because if we have those measures that you can't come and forge signatures because you want to recall a particular lawmaker, are there not our security agencies to pick it up and ensure that such individuals who presented forged signatures are prosecuted to serve as a deterrent that you don't abuse a legal process?
Well, in terms of the frame of our laws, it's not established. However, if a constituent believes that his details may have wrongly or inadvertently recorded in the petitioner's record, you are the one with the locus to say my signature was forged and put on it, and you can challenge it. And those who perpetrated that can be prosecuted. Our laws covers that even beyond INEC. But you have to come and say, this is not my signature, I didn't sign it, it was forged. And indeed, because there is going to be a verification process, that even takes care, of that. Like you said, only 5.3%. So people who even move for recall need to understand that that is the primary step. That if after you have finished, because it's not just signature. In the guideline, you can use thumbprint. You can also sign, a signature. But the important thing is that are you a registered voter in that constituency that can affirm that I am part of this, and you'll be verified through a process. And it's not cheap. It costs a lot of money for INEC to deploy across the Kogi Central Senatorial District to do this. So I think our law sufficiently covered a situation whereby if your signature or your details were put in those documents without your knowledge, you can actually, challenge it. Yeah.
Well, the Senate says the Kogi Central Senator was suspended for gross misconduct and disregard for Senate rules. This incident was caught on camera and witnessed by other senators. However, could the focus on sexual harassment be diverting attention from the main issue? And this is not to downplay the severity of sexual harassment as a societal problem.
I have particularly advised and written to distinguish, I attacked her on a post that we have to, we know very well that the two issues are not the same. There has been an attempt to establish causal relation, right, between the sexual harassment that she's alleging with her disorderly conduct. And it is not possible to do so because before the sexual harassment allegations came up on the 28th, the first time was on the 28th of February 2025, and through a TV station. The issue of disorderly conduct and unruly behavior had taken place in the floor of the Senate in the full glare of everybody. My worry was the reason Senate chose to refer the matter to Ethics Committee. Why didn't they take a motion and resolve to Committee of the Whole and look at the issue and discipline her immediately? What is going to be investigated in an Ethics Committee on a misconduct that happened openly? What are you going to be investigating in that committee when we can see that she flaunted the rules of the Senate, not once, not twice, not even thrice. We could see that, and that could be because she's new. She wasn't even there when the induction process happened. She came on the 2nd, she was inaugurated on the 2nd of November. For instance, I give you an instance. Somebody, you are to the order 10 of the Senate on rules of privilege. Any senator can rise at any time to raise a matter of privilege and be prepared to move a motion that a matter of privilege had occurred. However, she interprets it to mean rise up and start talking. Imagine if 10 people have matter of privilege at the same time, and they all get up and start talking without being recognized by the presiding officer. The Senate did not seem to have a
problem at the initial stage. The issue was raised when she went to multiple stations to start stating her case. I guess that's when the spokesperson of the Senate actually raised the matter in the plenary.
No, when the issue...
So let me just choose so that you could react to it together. It's within her constitutional right to go to stations to allege.
Absolutely. Yes. However, if you're a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Constitution, the standing orders of the Senate, the Legislative House Powers and Privileges Act has given you sufficient privileges. Imagine if she did not say that the seat assigned to her was to emasculate her, hide her from the public. Interestingly, on the 5th and 6th of March 2025, when she presented her petition, she stood on that very, she sat on that very seat, right, and presented those petitions, and the world could see that that particular seat was not to emasculate her. It's actually in line with Order 6, 1 and 2 of the Senate Standing Orders. So if she had gone to that place and raised a matter of breach of privilege to the fact that she has been harassed by the presiding officer, imagine what would have become. The Senate will have no choice but to commit the matter immediately to Ethics Committee to investigate, and she can still exercise her fundamental right of approaching the court if she's not satisfied. But disobeying that rule was what brought us to where we are now, and insisting that you will conduct yourself in the manner you want, outside the oath of office you took to respect the rules.